Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's MAZZ back again today with another video for you guys. Today we're back with another go round with the wheels and tires for the 10th scale. I just got in some dual stage injora foams. I want to take these foams feel like stiffer than any foam I've ever felt in anything. And this is a RC four-wheel drive size 1.7, I believe, which is like their size. So I assume this is the foam they picked, but it's like super hard. So I'm going to get something softer into it today. And since we've already gone over that, I'm going to not bore you with putting the wheels together on camera, but I will pull these out of the foam. We'll get these taken out and get that Ontario rat out to unpackage these guys. So we'll get one of these pulled out and show y'all what my thoughts are on them. So that's the dual stage foam that from Injora. I'm going to pull this 1.7 foam out. These are 1.7 tires on 1.9 wheels, so these foams are actually 1.9s in the correct diameter for the 4.19 diameter of the tire. So I'm going to pull this foam out, and these things are like super hard. So we'll get these guys out. This feels like something that you'd make like a cooler out of or something. That's their foam. For the tire itself is super soft, super pliable. But these foams, man, there's no give to it. And since I was putting them on 1.9 wheels, I was actually stretching this. I know y'all don't get excited. I was stretching this inner hole out around the wheel, so it probably even makes it more stiffer in this tire. I mean, this tire is like rock hard. That's what she said. But this foam versus these are dual stage, so there's an inner rubber-like liner. There's a rubber-like say that 3 times. There's a rubber-like liner, and it's like a, you know, still very pliable, but this outer foam is like, I mean, you can see it just super soft. So what I know of these, what I believe to know of this is the blue ones are the softest inside liner. They also have a red option, which they say soft on their website for the red, and for the blue it says softer for blue. I believe these outer, the second stage, or would that be the first stage? The regular foam, I believe that to be the same between the two, but the inner ring is a stiffer red ring for the red ones. So these, when you put them together, I will show that. I won't bore y'all with putting them on the tires or on the wheels. But what I always do is I fold in half, then fold in half again. That's about as small as you can make it. And I'm gonna go off camera to do this. I got that inner foam in. It does have a little ripple right here, but I think that'll go away. I did pull the foam back out and put it up to the side of the tire. I thought it was too big at first because these are 100 to 110 millimeter diameter. This is 106. It's pretty much dead on when you put it on the outside, but obviously the inner diameter is a touch smaller. So it has that, but I'm also not sure if that's from where I folded it. I never have a problem with it creasing or anything, but it's just like a little bubble right there. But I'm just showing you guys step by step. But I think once this liner goes in, because when I push down, it doesn't bulge the tire or anything. So I think once these get in, we'll see how these sit in there. And I'll come back to you and show you once I get these in. Got that inner stage in there. It's the blue TPU or rubber-like material. So where I showed y'all that little ripple in the outer foam, it doesn't show in the tire once I got this in there, and this went in there very easily. This has some stiffness to it, the blue part. So I'm assuming it lays, you know, the white down in there pretty good. I always go around and kind of rub the tire, and that'll kind of, you know, that tire's sticky and that foam wants to grab to it. So you kind of want to massage it, but get it in there. And they already make the tire look really good. They fill out the inside really good. I'll pull another one of these out. I want to see what the thickness is. So they're also wider than this foam by just a little bit, probably a 1/16 or a little bit over a 1/16, couple millimeters than the stock foam. So that's going to fill that sidewall in pretty good. It's going to give you some better side heel. It's going to hold that once the tire's clamped. It's going to keep the tire from wanting to push over or roll off, and so will that blue inner liner. But I'm going to get this thrown on a wheel, and we'll come back and we'll put this dual stage and the factory side by side, and I'll give you my thoughts. We got the foams put in, so I have them side by side here, and I have the foam corresponding to which wheel has which foam. So left one has stock 1.7 foam from RC 4-wheel drive. It's honestly not that stiff. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. Just feels different. These are way softer out here, but way harder on the inside blue part. So when you get them together, this one, when you go to squeeze it, kind of get just a little bit. But now if you really squeeze down, you can almost push it to the rim. You can almost feel your thumb hit it. Well, this one is way more pliable, just barely pushing on it. But when you go to squeeze it, you can't get anywhere close to the rim because you hit that second stage, that TPU or that rubber-like inner liner. So I like the feel of these. We'll see how they look on the Cherokee once it's done, when it's got all the weight and everything from the body sitting on it. And we may even come back and I may leave this one with the regular foam and kind of see how it just sits normal. But the biggest part is that I didn't even take into account is how much it changed the shape of the tire. So I already showed y'all the difference in the thickness, and there is a touch of difference in height when you put these together and line up the bottom. It's just that little bit at the top. It's probably a 1/16, in between a 1/16 and an 1/8. But the width is much wider. I would say at least by 2 to 3 millimeters. So it changed the characteristics of the tire. So you can see how this one is really flat on the sidewall and how this one has more of a bubbled out. This one's much more bubbled out, especially in person. You can even see how it looks side by side. Let's do it like this. Kind of hard to get it, but definitely wider, definitely added weight. Weight's one thing I didn't even take into account with these, but with this TPU liner, that's a lot heavier than foam. So there's a considerable amount of difference between this one and this guy right here. But this was just a quick overview. Like I said, they went together. They actually went together easier because I wasn't fighting the smaller inner diameter of this foam. You can see the inner diameter of this versus the inner diameter of that. You're kind of fighting that when you're stretching a 1.7 on a 1.9 because it's wanting to come down around the aluminum inner ring. These you don't have to worry about. Plus, the way these are set up, they're made to try to keep everything centered on the wheel. So when this clamps down, this rubber butts up, and that's keeping it from, you know, when you're moving, pushing on side heel or side weight, it's trying to roll this basically out of the center to this direction. But this keeps everything in line because it's clamped in the wheel pretty much. So the little bit of oversized where I showed y'all the little bit of the ripple on the inside, I'm confident that that's gone. As you can see, there is no inconsistent. And even when you go around and squeeze it all the way around, you don't feel anything that's out of sorts. So I assume after they're in here for, you know, just sitting mounted up, they'll probably be fine. They're fine right now. I could probably take them and run them. But definitely dig the look of it. Definitely like that it made it wider. Wasn't something I was anticipating on, honestly. But I do like the look. It gets more to how my tire looked on my 1-to-1. But that is a quick overview. I've not run them yet, obviously, but assembly-wise, the Injora dual-stage blue foams, they seem to feel really well. I like the softer outer with the harder TPU inner, and you know, I'm gonna run them. I don't know a lot about this, so this is my first, you know, going from, actually it's running my first 1.9, let's be honest. So like I said, I just wanted to go through what the differences were and how it changed the wheel. But if I did something, or y'all see something different, or y'all have had experience with these Injora dual stage foams, put it down in the comments. Tell me what a dumb redneck I am. Say something down there. And as always, like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that the next video I put up, you'll be alerted. And until next time, guys, y'all have a good one.